Yo, and welcome back to the 10 Beers Deep podcast. Alex, a bit of a different one this week.
Bit of a different one, mates. The makeup episode. The 19.5. The 20.5. That doesn't quite work the same. But
No.
this isn't what we wanted, Dan. This isn't what we wanted.
Not.
Technical issues be damned.
Technical issues, nursing hangovers from a very big weekend.
Yes.
And just everything getting away from us. So a bit of a late record, but this will be out hopefully sooner rather than later.
Nah, it'll be out. Yeah, this will be a quick one. We'll get it out ASAP. Hopefully you guys will be hearing it soon. But yeah, we did a video one, our first video episode with the Paul Muzz. But has not gone to plan so far. But it's going to be coming soon. It will come out.
It will come out eventually.
It will see the light of day. But, you know,
Maybe.
a bit of teething with the transition, some would say.
Yes, definitely.
But Dan, what are we talking about today,
So-
mate? What are we talking about?
Alright, so, you know, this is the last week, mate. The next time we podcast, actually no, it's this Sunday. After next week, mate, this is it. PlayStation 5 is out, and I'm getting very excited.
Dude.
Mine's ready to go, mate. I'm
massive.
ready. So we're gonna do a bit of a retrospective. This will be the last time we'll talk about PS4 and Xbox One on the podcast.
Get these filthy, disgusting boxes out of my fucking house. Well, not mine, but out of yours at least.
Yeah. Well, I got rid of one of my boxes, mate.
He's done it.
One of
Yeah.
mine.
It really is happening for you, Dan. You've gone ahead and gotten your $3.50 from your Xbox.
Oh, dude, got 65 cents for 2K15. That hurts so much.
No, but you got an alright deal, though. You got an alright deal.
You know what hurt me more?
What?
I got more money for Call of Duty Ghosts than I did for a controller.
Oh!
Yeah, I felt that was really insulting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is... Okay, yeah, I wouldn't have thought that. Especially... Yeah, alright.
Yeah. But it's pretty
That's a
hard
bit
to come by COD Ghost because nobody liked it.
Nobody got it in the first place, I guess.
Yeah. So it was a bit hard to find, but you know, we'll be discussing I
thought you said it was one of your favourite Call of Duty games, mate. What happened?
It is. It is one of my favourites, but we won't get into that today. We've done that in another episode. So we'll be discussing our first times getting these consoles.
Yes.
You know, our top 5 games of the generation, which is sure to raise some eyebrows.
Yep. Some very controversial
honorable mentions.
Here, maybe.
Yeah, just some big games here that we want to talk about, and just just kind of get it through a bit. So,
and just
I'm
maybe
excited to see where
we'll
this
get a
goes.
little emotional here, Dan. You know, maybe we'll start tearing up by the end of this.
I might. You never know.
It's been the formative years of our lives, Dan. This console has taken us through.
It has. Or formative year for me, but we'll get into that.
Oh,
so
hold on.
So first of all, for everyone that's still listening, links and timestamps are in the description.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to skip to a certain subject, feel free. Just click on the timestamp. Review the podcast on Apple Podcasts. Like and follow on, subscribe on the Tube. Follow on Instagram at 10_beers_deep.
Yes, please do.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to a Niceville episode today, Baz. This is like a V2 of the Hangover episode. Just
It
not
is.
hungover.
But we've learned from our mistakes, and it will not be that bad. Hopefully. Let's not talk too soon, maybe.
Oh yeah, let's not get too comfortable. Alright, so Tomo, are you still with us?
Is he?
He had a pretty big weekend.
Hold on. There he is. Get up, you fucking piece of shit. There we go. He's up.
Get us a beer.
Beer review!
2 litres of the Central Hotel's Carlton Draft. I'm not normally a pale ale person.
Schofferhofer.
Carlton Colt. Nastro Azzurro.
The Budweisers.
Asahi.
Sapporo. That's good stuff.
That's such a good beer. I can taste the silky satin on it.
He's drinking Heineken Zeros.
Thank you for that, Tomo. So what's happened here? He's just grabbed it straight out of the fridge.
Oh, yeah.
I bought a new beer to try, and I've got to say, it was a real DP purchase.
Oh, Jesus.
It was on sale at Dan Murphy's for $12 for a 6-pack.
Uh-huh.
I'm a sucker for it. And you know what else I was a sucker for? Wait till you see this box, Alex. I'll try to explain it to the listeners.
I'm a sucker
for
Yeah.
Check out this box art, bro. There is a damsel in distress and a guy whacking a mutant beaver or something.
Yeah, what
with
is
a
going on?
barbecue grill. And
the amazing Wakaja?
Yeah. Great Uncle Kenny's multi-purpose, amazing Wakachangi lager.
Oh, jeez, I wasn't even close.
So, it's got the 5 stars in the Miniature Horse monthly review.
You know what? Don't give them a mention, Dan. They're a harsh rival with us, mate. Okay.
They are. And the quote for this one is, you ready for this?
Born ready.
With the beast's razor-sharp tusks at his throat, Great Uncle Kenny drew his barbecue mate and slew the rare, ferocious guinea... Oh my god, it was a guinea pig, bro.
Holy
I thought it was
shit.
a beaver.
That's the biggest guinea pig I've ever seen.
Ferocious guinea pig, thereby saving his Tinder date.
Oh, well, that's a bit cringe now, isn't it?
Peru, 1936.
Kind of ruined it there, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Now, you think that's cringe, mate? Look at how they describe this beer. Read those 3 words for me if you can.
Quite nice beer.
That's how they describe it.
Quite nice beer.
We could describe the subtle aromas and crisp flavors and the age-old beer brewing process that goes into each bottle of Wakachangi, but we've just run out of space, and really, what's the point? So just drink it. You know, I like that bullshit.
You know what this is written by, Dan? That was written by a millennial right there.
Yeah.
And you know what? Oh, I just realised I covered up my camera there.
Yeah, I can't see you.
Sorry, bro.
But it smells quite nice.
I just gotta say that's got wine drinking millennial written all over it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He's having a big swig from the 10 beers deep stubby holder.
It's bloody good, mate.
Good stuff.
It's really good. It tastes a lot like...
Wait, is it just a lager? Did you say? It wasn't...
Yeah, just a lager. Just a lager. The Wakachangi lager. It just tastes a lot like, what do you call it? Like your Red Stripe kind of beer. Like that real big, like that hefty, quite full tasting beer. So it's quite nice.
Okay, yeah, nice. Love it.
It's great to see. Great to see.
Nice. Yeah, I've got nothing special here, mate. I've got a session IPA. I've got a bit of a crafty boy sort of thing here. But it's you've seen these at the house before, Dan. The Fixation Obsession.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie to you for an IPA. That I'm nothing against IPAs, mate, but just I'm not usually a big fan. They go down quite nice, these ones. So I must say it's a green can, just nothing a bit too cringe on there. It just it gets the job done.
Nothing about the crazy guinea pig and a barbecue mate saving Tinder date.
There you go. An easy drinking hoppy pale ale, brewed for when you want to kick down a gear and enjoy life. Okay, well that's lovely. That's just
okay.
lovely.
I like that one. I like that. But then I also do like the mutant guinea pig getting slaughtered by the barbecue mate.
I was in. When you showed me the picture, I was in. But jeez, I don't know what's going on with the rest of that. But anyway.
Yeah, the bloke kind of laughed at me when I put it up on the counter.
Oh, mate, you sell it. What do you want from me? You want to buy it or not?
Literally.
Beer review done?
I think so.
Tomo, get back in the cave. Don't look at me in the eyes. God,
jeez.
He's been a real pain in the ass lately.
Yeah. Just jumps on you when he sees you. Takes your shoes.
Fucking hell. Always puts it in his mouth. Everything in the mouth. And I mean everything.
Alright, so...
Actually, can I just say, sorry, I know. I threw to you and I've cut you off. But this is, Dan, I just want to say, this is at the start of the episode that will come out in, I don't know, a week's time, whenever, we get it together, the video episode. We say at the start that we're going to talk about this very topic. And the only reason we're doing it again is because we did not get to it at any point. We were that scat in that episode. Yeah. So look forward to that, listener. Look forward to that. 10 beers deep, mate. We were 10 beers deep before we even pressed record. So, listeners, that's going to be a good one. That's just a little forward tease for you. Mm-hmm. Forward tease. Anyway, please, Dan, sorry. So, now take it away.
Next gen consoles, mate. 8 days away.
Dude, I'm excited. I really regret that I was an asshole with the pre-orders. But anyway, let's continue.
Yeah. Well, you might be able to get some. A lot of people's consoles are being delayed, but plus you can still play PS5 games on the PS4, so you're fine, mate.
Especially an Xbox. Do you reckon I can stroll in for an Xbox? Maybe.
No.
Okay.
It's 2020 as well.
Then why would you say I could get one? What are you talking about then?
No, I'm saying with PlayStation, you won't be able to get one because a lot of people are getting their things cancelled.
Dude, I thought you said you might be able to get one. My bad.
No, you could. Oh, I may have said it. No, I'm not too sure now. Anyway.
It's alright. Go ahead, mate.
let's just talk about, where the start was to where it's finished. So, I was a big video game player before the start of PS4.
Gamer boy.
Loved my 360.
Gamer alert.
Then,
yep.
And then I got my Xbox One, I think 2014. And I copped it Boxing Day sales.
How old are you? How old are you?
I was 14. 2014, I was 14.
Wow, listener. 2014, he's 14. Love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So convenient.
Copped it with the Assassin's Creed 4 and Unity bundle. And then I went and bought 2K15 the day after that because I hate Assassin's Creed games, but I only bought it because I had enough money to buy it. And that was the only bundle that was out.
Assassin's Creed, mate. It always feels like it's going to be good, and then it always just, it just never gets me the way I want it to.
Especially those ones, and like with the Animus and things like that, and like the boats, not my cup of tea.
People love the boat stuff. I didn't care for it. Controversial or not.
I didn't enjoy it too much.
Wasn't a
I
great
just don't like Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, two games like franchises that I respect. I cannot complete a Far Cry or Assassin's Creed game. I can't finish them.
Yeah, see, I agree with you on the AC. I love Far Cry though. I'm a big Far Cry boy.
Yeah. I'm excited for Far Cry 6. It's been delayed, but yeah. So yeah, that was me. December 2014. When did you cop your Xbox, Baz? We'll start with the Xbox first and work our way.
Yeah, this was back when you could, as we've discussed on previous pods, back pre-COVID, you just stroll in there, and it's probably the weekend of. It wasn't like it was launch day, but I walked in there with my dad because just I don't know, we're just chilling. I'm like, we're in JB Hi-Fi. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna do it. 2013, copped an Xbox One.
How old were you then? 41 in 2013?
Yeah, I was on the pension already. That's how I had the money for it.
Okay, nice. That makes sense.
How old was I in 2013? I was 16 or 17? Maybe 16, turning 17. Yeah, at some point. When did it come out that year? Doesn't matter. 16 or 17.
2013, yeah.
You said when did it come out? 2013?
Sorry, I realised after I said it, you meant the month, not the year. My bad.
No, you're right, bro. You're right. But yeah, anyway, so I copped it. Year 11 of high school, if that helps. So I've got it. And yeah, 2K14 was the first game I got. That was the only game I got with it. Because it wasn't a bundle. It was just the box. That nice... I wish I kept
green
it.
Box.
It was really nice. Just a matte green box. It was really cool. Well, for me at the time, I liked it. Anyway, 2K14. And I just gotta say, can you cast your mind back to when they first had that trailer of the next gen 2Ks, Dan? Holy shit. Apart from like the mouths were really big. Do you remember that? One of the trailers?
Yeah.
LeBron's mouth was like a circle. And
huge.
I was like, ooh. But it looked amazing, dude. It really did. Arguably, and we talked about this off the pod or on the pod, I don't even know anymore. I'd say it's up there with still one of the better looking 2Ks. The first one on next gen. Yeah. Or previous one.
Definitely. I can definitely vouch for you on that one. I don't really, because I just gotten an Xbox maybe a year or two, Xbox 360, a year or two before.
Yeah.
So Mum's like, no, I'm not buying you an Xbox One. They're too expensive kind of thing, which is totally fair.
Fair, mate.
Being a 15-year-old kid or the 14-year-old kid.
Yeah, so you're just before having a job. See, I had a job for a little bit, so I could...
I hadn't had a job.
I did have the cash money.
Yeah, so I didn't get to play 2K14 at the time. I played it on last gen consoles, which was pretty much the same as 2K13. I also had 2K15. Always. I pre-ordered 2K15 on Xbox 360.
Jesus, Dan. What's the need to pre-order that? You know?
Because I was in Japan, and I didn't think I was going to be back in time for the release.
Yeah.
But I made it home, like, that day. I think I was in Japan. I was overseas somewhere. I made it back, and the next day I went and bought it. And I got my 2K video. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't get to play 2K14 at the time, but I remember watching Chris Smooth's first video on it. Dude, and that's still like his most viewed video.
Dude, that first thumbnail he put up, I thought that's what that busted a nut looking at that, bro. I was like, holy, it's the one with the exactly, dude. He's my player is sucking on the Gatorade. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I literally remember thinking, I don't know why this is so vivid in both of our memories. What a funny thing, but I was like, this fucking looks real, bro. Yeah, this looks real. And now it still, obviously now it doesn't look as good, but dude, that blew my mind, man. It must have been the lighting or something, but I could not believe how good.
And that's like his most
looked.
viewed video. I remember just watching every day. He'd have a new video posted.
It looked
I'd
amazing.
get up at brekkie and I'd watch it every day. So 2K14, although I didn't get to play it and I don't have it. Had a very special spot in my heart.
Yeah.
Watching wise.
I agree. I hear.
But then when I got my Xbox, I traded in my 2K15 on last gen for next gen 2K15, and that's still my all-time favorite 2K.
Yeah, those first ones were just before it really started to go off the rails with the microtransaction stuff.
It really was, wasn't it?
It was classic. We didn't know what we had until it was gone, Dan. We didn't know.
Everyone would complain about the season pass on Black Ops 2 where you pay you got four map packs.
Back.
Dude, the things I do, pay $30, you get a season pass.
But to be fair, you know what, they were right. That was them dipping their toe in, Dan. And you know what, we all liked it because it was good. I thought it was good. But and then they're like, well, how far can we go? And it turns out a lot further.
2K can add slot machines and
ads. You see they put ads in the new one too. Anyway, let's not get down the rabbit hole again. We've done a whole segment on that.
Oh, actually, that's what I forgot to buy today.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
What?
I was meant to buy 2K21.
That's right. But Dan, let me ask you this then. When did you get the PS4?
PS4, I remember 2016. I was working for about a year.
So we did this about same time then.
Yeah.
You know what? We probably convinced each other to do it. You would have been doing it, and we were talking about it. And
maybe I don't remember now. But
could have gone along with it, but now you made me feel like an idiot. But that's fine.
That's okay.
No, go over it.
No, so I only say that because it goes with my story. I remember.
Sure.
The Ratchet and Clank game got announced.
Yep.
And I was like, I've got to get a PS4. I've got to buy it. And Mum's like, that's right. You got the money saved from work. She's like, you pass your exams. I'll take you the next day and you can buy it.
You had your flu shot, Dan. Here's your PS4.
Yeah. So I'm like, shit. All right. So I've got my exams done. Passed the best results I've ever had in an exam, might I add.
Wowza.
Yeah. Because that's how much I wanted it.
You were just desperate.
Yeah. Desperate. So desperate. And I got it the day... I think it may have been the day after Ratchet and Clank came out on PS4. Mm-hmm. I bought it from JB Hi-Fi. Got an original 1TB PS4.
Ooh, beefy boy. Nice.
With an Uncharted 4 bundle. And then I bought Ratchet and Clank separately. And mate, I never finished Uncharted 4 until about maybe 3-4 months ago. Or start of the year even.
Well, to be fair, you did the right thing, Dan. You didn't just jump into 4 like some fucking idiot. You went through the other ones. That's a good move. That's a big brain move.
I did, but I just wasn't enjoying it because obviously I didn't understand the games.
Yeah, it's very like Arkham Knighty in that way. It's a very ending sort of game.
Yeah, so I smashed out Ratchet and Clank, and then I bought Killzone and Infamous.
Oh, dude, yeah. So I'll go ahead because I had the same. What are your thoughts on Killzone?
Well,
it looked great, as in graphics. I
played about an hour's worth, but didn't enjoy it, so I never played it.
Facts.
Then
bro.
Infamous, I played once, and then I traded it in, and then only recently it was on sale at JB Hi-Fi for $4, and I bought it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Isn't it funny how fucking cheap games get sometimes?
Yeah.
But yeah, dude.
Yeah,
agree with
those two games? 'Cause they were pretty close to being launch titles, I think.
They were. I think Infamous was just after or something, or maybe right around launch. I cut up my camera again. Sorry, dude. But yeah, dude, Infamous. I'm not gonna lie to you, underrated game of this generation, I reckon, especially
I think,
towards the launch.
But I'm going
go ahead, mate. Go ahead.
I think it was a launch title because Killzone was the second game ever released, and then Infamous Second Son's number 4 apparently.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So on the
we could
on
look
the
it up.
spines,
Do we care that much?
No, I've tried to look before. On the spines of the game, it tells you like what number release the game is.
Mm-hmm.
So like Killzone was the second game, and then you look at Killzone's got 00002, but then you go to like Ghost of Tsushima was probably the most recent game I bought that's released. That's 133323 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how many games have come out in this like generation, bro. It's massive.
Yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, I remember really loving that game, man. I don't know, it's just a lot of fun.
It was nice, clean, easy game. You know.
Yeah, I'm not putting it in my top, whatever. But it's
but it's definitely a game that should be noted.
It's a fun game
as a PS4 exclusive,
especially at that launch time. For a launch game, it was good. But damn. Now, do you have any other stories you want to get into before we go into our top 5 games of the generation nation?
No, I think we'll do the top 5, and then I think when we do our honorable mentions, I think our stories will come along from there.
Yeah, we got plenty of time here, Dan. We can dive into each of these games a little bit if you want to.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll see the game.
I'll
start off.
One, we'll go one each, bang, 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 bang.
So we'll go by my number 5, your number 5.
Yeah. So have you got an order for yours?
Yeah. So mine is
sweet.
from.
I'll do an order for mine then. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Right. Sorry. Go.
So my number 5. Most of these are probably a little bit biased because I was a very PlayStation heavy user.
Damn. It's fine, mate. It's fine.
I'm just saying.
It's your opinion.
I'm just pointing it out, but it will be a little bit biased.
True.
So my number 5 was.
Where's Gears of War? No, I'm just... Sorry. Go, mate.
So my number 5 was Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
Mate, what a wonderful game.
And what a out of left field sort of experience.
Yeah.
It
was such a perfect palette the time it released.
Perfect timing.
And what it was perfect.
It could have been really bad, but it worked out really well because it was quite close.
But it was a perfect palette cleanser for what one of the future games we're going to talk about in a minute caused.
Sorry. Just say it.
So what The Last of Us gave us, you need something a bit more lighthearted. This still gave us a real deep, meaningful story, but just such a beautiful game.
It was more of a video game,
rich in
Last
history.
Of Us,
You still had that story, but it was just such a. I know I keep saying it, but that palate cleansing, moment.
It cleansed your palate, Dan. It definitely did.
I wasn't sitting for days going, "What the fuck just happened?" My brain.
Yeah, it didn't make you, start thinking about, who you are as a person. It wasn't an existential crisis. Like some other games on this list.
Yeah.
It's just such a vibe. Such a vibe.
It is. Very nice game.
Well, Dan, I'll just say, my number 5 is the same, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Well, I've got Ghost of Tsunami written here, but anyway, Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima?
I knew what it meant. But, dude, what a... And I was going to say, it might be a bit of recency bias here, I don't know. It wasn't a game that's really redefined anything or, really broke down some barriers, but it was just a really great package. And it really was something that I don't usually enjoy, those, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? A samurai game like that. I didn't think I'd enjoy that personally, but I really did. So that was really,
it's not like your
really
Neo kind of game where it's that real samurai, Dark Souls kind of style.
Yeah, it just, for whatever reason, it just really clicked with me, and I wanted to do everything in that game in it. And obviously I didn't totally do everything, but, a lot of it. But anyway, I think that's... it was great. Dude, everything was so fun. It just felt like a lot of effort was really put into that game. Every aspect of it really felt like...
Man, and Ghost of Tsushima was made by the same people who did Infamous Second Son.
Dude, it's crazy.
The first 2 games we've spoken about, Sucker Punch. Well done, Sucker Punch.
Well done. You could see that development. You know what? Actually similar in some ways, really, when you think about it. The sort of layout of everything. But yeah, what a great game. What a great game. So I'll go my number... Oh, no, do you want to go number 4 again? And I'll go... Or do you want me to go first for this one?
You go first for this one.
Have you got definitive number 4 yet?
Yeah, my list is definitive.
Okay, go. You go.
So I've got Arkham Knight at number 4. So this game for us, obviously, this is what built our friendship. That was also another reason why I bought a Xbox One, because I wanted that. I wanted to play Arkham Knight. And I remember being so upset when I go to pre-order my copy of the game. They sold out of the limited edition.
Yeah.
So I was never able to get it. I mean, because I bought the Arkham Origins limited edition, so obviously, I'm going to get the Knight one, but sold out of the Knight limited edition. So I got the standard edition, which I just traded in today, and I had a little moment today as she's scanning it. I was just like, That game did me so proud. But I've finished that game like 3 times now, man. Fantastic game. Can't rate it high enough.
I feel like, Dan, do I jump in with... Because I've got Arkham Knight on my list, but I've got it a little higher.
Okay, where have you got Arkham Knight? Tell me where you
know what,
we'll
do it. We'll do it. I'll say it now. Arkham Knight, I've got it number 2 for me.
Nice.
I mean, that game, it might be my most talked about game on this podcast. I just somehow bring it up all the fucking time. But man, I love that game. You can listen to previous podcasts to get about that. And you know what? At some point, maybe we'll do a little retrospective review on some of these games. Who knows?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
We'll do like 100%. Our favorite game reviews or something. Anyway, Arkham Knight, yeah. I won't get into it too much, but just... I've replayed that game so many times. I'll give an update on when I was replaying it, on the previous... Maybe a couple episodes ago we were talking about it. Ended up doing all the side missions again, except for the Riddler, because fuck that shit. It's too many trophies to do every time. I've done it once, I don't need to do it every fucking time. But I just love it, man. Being in that world is just... Oh, man. And the graphics, dude... I say every time, underrated, man. It's one of the best looking games of the generation.
It's beautiful. My friend Michael, who we've spoken about multiple times,
yes,
he was playing it recently, and he was just saying he's astounded with how good that game looks.
Totally underrated, man. Like, even at the time, people said it looked good, but like, we talk about Ghost of Tsushima looking great in a different way. Like, Arkham Knight is like that in a really dark and gritty way.
Dark, gritty, with the reflections, things like that.
And it's the same thing, I feel like, with Ghost of Tsushima in terms of this. I feel like everything had a lot of effort put into it.
Yeah.
I really like that about it. But
I think in a couple of years' time, Arkham Knight's going to get a bit of recognition once Gotham Knights comes out. And I'll tell you what, I'm starting to get a little bit excited because I think it comes out in January.
Holy shit, Dan. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for a collector's edition. No collector's edition. Mate, it's WB. They know what they're doing. But we won't get into that. We'll get into that for our PlayStation 5.
But yes, we'll get to it. All right.
Yeah. Number 3.
Okay. Oh, no, you're right. Just go yours, because you know what? Because I just did Arkham Knight number 2 for me. So go.
So number 3, very similar to Arkham Knight. This game I just recently platinumed. And my God, this game's what re-sparked my love for video games. So if anyone didn't know, there was a couple of years there where I just didn't touch my consoles whatsoever. I was just working, doing other things, just never played it. And then one time, Alex and I were just chilling. He's like, "Hey, I'm house sitting. Want to come over?" And I go over. He's got his PS4 plugged in and playing Spider-Man. And I'm like, oh my God. I remember doing this side mission. Like, my God, this is awesome. And then went home.
What a
next
beautiful
day,
moment. Like, what a story.
Next day. Yeah, next day I went out and bought it and I played it and I played the shit out of it. I remember I completed it nearly. It took me a while to complete, but I just grinded and I loved it.
Yeah, you know what? It's one of those games of side missions slowly revealing throughout the game. When you think you've done all the side missions, and then all of a sudden there's more side missions. You're like, oh boy.
And I've platinumed the game recently. Very happy to say I platinumed it. Fantastic game, so much so I just paid off Spider-Man Miles Morales and I bought the Ultimate Edition with with the Spider-Man remaster, so I can confirm I will be playing it again a second time, even though Peter's face is all yanked in the game, but I won't let that affect me too much. That's
interesting, isn't it? Yeah, great game. I have not got that in my top 5, but I must say that is a fantastic game, and just
not in your top 5.
Nah, not my top 5. So I've got, what was that? Number 3?
Yeah, number 3.
Number 3. I've got number 3 for me. I mean, don't get too upset with me, Dan. It's a great game. And it's my 3rd favourite game of the whole generation. But Last of Us Part 2 for me.
That's right. We don't get too deep into it because, I'm about to go balls deep into this.
Got it as, one of his, I'm not going to say exactly, but he's got one higher than number 3. And we've done a whole fucking episode on it. So go to episode 1 of this podcast and grind through that one if you want to. Don't go through that 2 hours. It's our first podcast we did. So
don't go to listen to me. Just keep going. Ashley Johnson, Troy Baker, Neil Druckmann. Oh, I hate myself.
Oh, mate. Yeah, what a rough fucking episode that was.
Mate.
But yeah, but for real though, if you want an in-depth review, you got 2 hours of it right there.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Anyway, yeah, great game, mate. I mean, that game, the only reason I don't put it higher is just... I don't know if I'll play that game again. I really don't know. It was amazing experience for me, and I'll leave it at that. You don't want to play
it again, and
it was so harsh, man. Like really, like it was actually made me like feel like
something, right?
But like it was, I know it's a stupid thing to say, but like it was such a
Man, no, that's not stupid at all. Actually, no, hold. Because we'll get into that, because once I start...
there you go. So that's what's the hard on my thing, is because other games are like that. They make me feel shit, but I kind of want to play them again. This one, I was like, wow, I don't know if I want to experience that again. Yeah. It was so fucking intense. All right. Yep. I should say, because we skipped my 4 because your 4 was the same as my 2. We were all over the place here. Anyway, this one that you're about to say is my number 4 that I didn't get to mention because we kind of like got mixed up there.
Back and forth. Yeah.
But just go ahead. This is my number 4 is the same as Dan's number 2.
Number 2. So my number 2 is the 2018 reboot of God of War.
Wowza.
Now, Baz, I'm not sure if you remember, this is another game that I started playing and I was like, nah.
Yeah, it took you a couple of times to get into it.
I played it and I was like, this is sick. And then it kept going a bit and I'm like, nah, Baz, I can't do this. I can't do it. And then I was at work.
What was pulling you up? What was pulling you up about it?
I don't remember. It was just the combat. I just wasn't getting it. And I was finding the story a bit bland. But then I was at work and this is like just after Nick came, or maybe it was earlier this year I completed it. What am I on about? Nick had been there for a couple of months. He's replaying it. He's like, mate, you've got to play it. And I'm like, Alex has been telling me for ages, but I've just never got around to playing it. And I played it and I completed it. Mate, what a journey that game is. I'm so excited for Ragnarok.
That is, you're right. It's a perfect word, mate. It's really an adventure, that game. You never know what's going to happen next in just a different world. Literally worlds you're going to go to. It was...
Yeah. And you know what else is crazy, Alex?
Go, yeah, of course, please.
I found, I was a bit like, I'm not too fussed about this story. And then something happens about a quarter into the game. Someone's unwell. And that's when I knew I'm hooked on this story. I had this feeling inside of me that goes, this story is amazing. Like, I'm invested. I want to see this out. There's so many crazy things. I'm trying to do this without spoiling anything, but certain things return. Things happen.
Are you allowed to spoil? We're allowed to spoil it at this point.
All right, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Go. You get your Blades of Chaos. And if someone who's played God of War, that's going to come back.
It's the OG weapon, yeah.
But for someone who's only played a little bit of God of War 3 Remastered...
Well, I don't know if they did know it was going to come back, because they said it was like a total redo, and there was none of the promotional material or anything like that, so it was like,
But, kind of deep down, you kind of expect, you're going to get a little bit of it at one stage. You would hope, right? Bit of fan service.
Okay, none of us have played really the other ones, so it's hard for us to say.
Great point. I don't know. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
You know what? I'm going with you, mate. I'm with you.
And then you get them, and then because you come outside your house, you get it from underneath your house.
The music's going, bro.
You come out, the music, the whole film grain, or not film grain. I don't know what you call it, but the whole screen kind of just has a red tinge around it, and you're whacking people. Oh.
And the moments leading up to it too were just epic, and the whole game being a one-shot take, no cuts, no loading screens, no nothing. Incredible.
Was there no loading screens?
No loading screens, all one shot. I mean, you go into some different worlds, and sometimes they do a little trick where you're moving around, you're still doing stuff.
Yeah,
there's no loading
that Arkham Asylum, pretend you're talking, loading.
Yeah,
situation.
Exactly. Yeah, and whatever game they do that shit, but no camera cuts. The whole game is pretty fucking incredible.
Dude, I never realised that. I'm going to have to go back and play it now.
But yeah, I mean, so that was my number 4. Dan's number 2. Yeah, what a fucking crack of a game.
Yeah, that's a brilliant game. That one's grown on me. I really didn't think it was going to do much. As I said, I hated it. I did not enjoy it. And then I played it, and it was fucking amazing, man. Yeah. So, number 1. I think everyone's seen this coming.
For Dan, yep.
Fallout 76. No, I'm kidding. Got him.
Nah, Dan, let's be serious, please. No, Fortnite. There it is.
Woo! No, The Last of Us Part 2. Man, what a fucking game that is. That will go down for me. Like, I've always said, the minute I get a girlfriend, she will be coming into here, sitting down.
Jesus.
And before she gets any premarital coitus ill, she'll have to play through Last of Us Part 1 and 2.
Okay, yeah, alright, fine, sure,
Mate, this game, just... The emotions, the storytelling, the way it just kicks you in the guts, then picks you up, then knocks you back down again. No game has won ever, no game's ever made me so fucking like emotionally drained after playing it.
That's a good way to put it.
Like it did.
Emotionally drained.
And I just remember for days, for weeks, nearly a month afterwards.
Feeling literally tired after
game.
playing it is incredible. Like you're literally tired.
Yeah, and I think maybe in about a month when I started to chill out about talking about this fucking brilliant game.
Yeah, crack it again.
It's amazing. And if you haven't played them, play them, please.
Yeah, we can't recommend it enough. I mean, we've talked about it a lot, but 100%.
Hands down, game of the generation. Nothing, to me, will ever beat this game. Now, I know your list is a little different.
Yeah, that's right. No, mate, you're allowed to have your favourite
but
game,
for
mate.
me,
It's a fantastic game.
me,
I love that game.
The Last of Us Part 2 will go down in history as my all-time greatest game. Well, for now. We never know what's going to come around the corner, but...
It's definitely your favourite of this generation. We can't deny that.
Last of Us Part 2, hats off.
It can never take that away. It can never take that away from you. Alright, well, yeah. So, my number one. It wasn't on your list at all.
And it shouldn't be.
We've talked about... Oh, jeez. See, I was respectful to your number one. That's okay.
That's okay.
Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, listeners... I'm sure there's other people that are out there that really enjoy it too, but just talk about emotional roller coasters with this game. And it's a game that I love to replay. I've done it maybe twice or 3 times. I want to do it again, but I was going to wait until the next generation, replay on those with a bit more powerful console, see how that sort of goes. But it's just, I mean, I didn't expect it. The little hype, I had no hype for this game, Dan. All the trailers and stuff were very...
I didn't either, remember? Like, I didn't even know it came out, and then you've gone and got it, and Sam and Mitch were like, oh, you got to get Red Dead, so I got it, and I smashed it out, but didn't even know it released.
Yeah, so look, the trailer's building up to Red Dead, Dan. I distinctly remember thinking to myself, especially after, like, GTA 5, those trailers were so... exciting to me. I was really blown away by those trailers. But then Red Dead Redemption 2, they had that really long trailer where the girl was talking over the top of it, if you remember that, explaining the game and stuff. And now you understand why it was sort of hard to demonstrate what the game was and what the story was in a cool way, because it's really just a slow burn of a game that was more about the experience and stuff like that. Anyway, I just thought it was... And then playing the game, it was once you get past that first bit, because in the snow and everything, when you start out, right, it feels like it goes forever, but when you replay
it feels so slow, man. So many people dropped off because of that.
Well, they're fucking dumbasses, but it's only lasts 30 minutes. But it's man, it just felt like it went forever and ever, and it's just... Oh, man, but once you get into that game, dude, it is just such an experience. The controls take a little bit to get into as well. I do remember that. It's sort of hard to think back to what it was like first learning it.
And some of the mechanics too were a little difficult to get used to. You got to pull your guns out of your horse and...
Yeah, it was very much focused on the realism sort of side.
Yeah.
Very similar to sort of Last of Us in that way. It's sort of prioritized animations and shit like that over the gameplay sort of stuff.
Yep.
But man... Just the ending of that when... Do I spoil it? It's been out for a while. Spoilers. The main character, Arthur Morgan, that you've been playing as the whole game when he dies. In a really emotional way. It just... That fucked me up in a good way, because you were attached to that character, and then your horse also, and then the sort of
I remember the horse really getting to me more than anything.
Yeah, dude, fucking hell. And then the John Marston bit that went for a crazy length. Dude, what a fucking game in terms of just length.
48 hour campaign, bro. Huge.
Wild, bro. And the epilogue, or whatever you call it, goes for another 6 hours. And I was like, holy shit, dude. It just kept going and going.
Look, as much as I give this game a lot of shit, it, hands down, it's a fantastic game. It really is. It truly is.
You're such a hater, bro. You're such a hater.
I am. But look... It was one of those games I did plan to replay over COVID to really sink my teeth into and be really get a good unbiased view. I just never got around to it. But it's not in my top 5, but definitely in my top 10 games of the generation.
Yeah, it's one of those games that will one of those games I always will replay regularly, like Arkham Knight. Always going to replay that a bunch, and it's just up there with that sort of. And GTA 5 is one of those for me as well. And speaking of Dan, does this lead us into honorable mentions?
Yeah, let's talk a bit about into our honorable mentions.
And you know what, honorable mentions, maybe not even honorable, just mentions really. As we go further down, that might make more sense. But just notable games of the generation that we felt like talking about. Dan, do you want to take this first one here, or wherever you want to jump in, really, off this list?
So the first game here, we did mention a little bit earlier, and that is Uncharted 4. Now, Alex, you played it the same way I did, not playing any of the previous games, and then playing all 4, or for myself, 5, it like one, like back to back to back to back to back.
Yep.
And
when I got the PS4
a...
in the same year as, we've got the same time, it was just like, well, I've heard a lot about these games and all that sort of stuff. I haven't really looked at, you see the reviews and everything, but you don't really play them. And what an experience, man. Just going through all the first one's a bit of a slog, but the rest of them are all really, really top-notch games.
I didn't mind the first one. The only thing I didn't like was that bloody jet ski level. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was very like, how many times can I go through this, what felt like the same jungle and just shoot dudes in the face? It felt that...
Yeah.
It was like 70% of the game was just standing. It was more Gears of War than what they sort
Uncharted.
of morphed into, later when they became sort of their own identity. But
yeah,
no, I mean, still...
So, we can discuss the Uncharted collections just quickly. All 3 games, fantastic. Bit of a dark horse here, a bit of an unpopular opinion. Number 3 is my favourite in the original trilogy.
Yeah, I haven't played them a long time, but I remember for some reason people really not liking 3. But, I think that would be at the time, maybe, Dan. Maybe the expectations were different.
Higher.
I don't know, but yeah, I agree with you, man. I really like 3. I'd say that's probably the same opinion. I think they probably get better as I think 4's the best, and then 3, 2, 1 for me.
Yeah, I'm the same. But man, 4, what an ending, man. What a great game.
Must play series,
fantastic.
Guys, if you haven't played them. Really great. I mean, you honestly can skip the first one story-wise. It's not essential at all.
See, Alex is a big person on that. Alex is a big, you can skip that story, it's alright.
How am I a big skip my story guy?
You did that on with Bioshock as well. Bioshock 2, dude, just skip it. You'll be right.
Bioshock 2 was by another developer.
Yeah, it still gives you the same.
Nah, right, whatever. It's not essential to the story at all.
Okay.
Well, dude, how's it essential to the story? Tell me, how's it essential to the story?
I haven't played it yet because you told me to skip it. I was just pointing out.
So then what are you talking about?
I'm just saying that you're that kind of person.
So you're the same then. Alex is a big skipper of the story one. I only played the good ones. Everyone said 2 was bad, so I didn't play it.
I am meaning to go back to it. Anyway, the second game on this list, Baz, I've spoken about it before, so we won't speak about it too much, but Ratchet and Clank PS4. No, not a fantastic game by any means. Not like your games of the generation, but man, great game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Ratchet and Clank at its core with the best controls it's had in a very long time. All around great game, pretty easy. I mean, I can complete that game within a couple of hours now.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens with games that you've played a lot. You know all the tricks, mate. There's nothing slowing you down. But yeah, dude, agree. Fantastic game. But yeah, we talked about it maybe last episode. Did we get into that? Because you platinumed it or something?
Yeah, it was just a quick little...
Yeah, but yeah, great game. Really great. Looks great in a cartoony sort of way, but still, it looks fantastic. Definitely got a tick of approval
this next
there.
one, Alex. I put this one in here. I don't know if you're going to agree with me, but I'll let you... If you do agree with me, I'll let you take the reins on this one.
Sure, what's up?
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
What about it?
As in the honourable mentions list. Do you agree that it was a really good game? Or?
Yeah, for sure. I really enjoyed playing it. Just for whatever reason, the combat wasn't... it kind of felt a little off to me, and the whole game felt like it came out a little too early. It was a little bit... could have done a little longer in the oven, as they say, but... A lot of I had a couple of times I just glitched out of the game and shit like that. Well, more than a couple of times. A couple of times, each level. But it was just like...
Okay.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of a bit of the Assassin's Creed Unity sort of vibe sometimes. Those sort of glitches. But, I mean, dude, maybe my favorite Star Wars. Well, I'm gonna say my favorite Star Wars game that I played. Not that I've played that many of them, but really enjoyed it, man. Really enjoyed it. That's one of those games I'd like to play again. Now that it's sort of been fixed up. But the only thing I said negative about was the combat felt a little weird sometimes. But man, I really love playing it for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely a step in the right direction for the Star Wars series with video games. They were really going down the wrong path for a little while there.
Yeah, the Battlefronts, man. I'm just not a not a fan.
Because I've also got it in the list here. I've also got Battlefront 2 in here.
Yeah.
Now, I put this because... Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, bro. Man's eating again, listener, just so you know.
I know. I put it in here because this game, when it came out and had the biggest controversy for loot boxes, things locked behind paywalls, things like that. It was horrible.
Terrible.
It's one of the worst games of all time. And then EA are like, nah, we're fixing this. And now, if you were to play this game now, man... No, if you play this game completely different. If you were to buy it right now and play it for the first time, fantastic game. Like, you get all the heroes from the start. You know, you just unlock skins and other, like, non-important characters. Not like your heroes and things like that. So, great game. Story was alright. Nothing fantastic, but great game nonetheless.
It had such potential, but then just ran out of late. Like, at the start, I was like, oh, and then by the time I finished it, I was like, oh.
Oh, speaking of that,
anyway,
Fallen Order, bro, the ending to Fallen Order, do you remember that?
Yes, dude, yes. Dude, talk about it leaving you wanting more, that was really...
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, now that I think about it, I might replay it. I might replay it. That was a really... Just like a... What game does that remind me? It reminds me of God of War, actually, in a lot of ways. Like, the way that sort of each level is like its own little mini-map sort of thing, and you sort of go around... And Ratchet and Clank, even, has a bit of that in it. It was just sort of exploring each level, and there was, like, secrets around and stuff like that. It was very old school in that sort of way. It's not like an open world or like a Call of Duty linear thing. You had, like, the 3
paths, and you got to choose which path you went down.
Yeah, and it's just little puzzles, and they're all, by the time you've done the whole level, you can just go wherever you want, sort of thing. And it was, it was really cool, actually, in that way. Obviously a modern version of it, but yeah, it was really cool. Really cool. Go ahead, mate. Actually, yeah, you probably want to talk about this one, mate. It's a big one for you. Until Dawn, Dan.
Oh, man. Awesome game. Now, I know you haven't played it, but...
Mate, I've watched Let's Plays. I've played a little. But yeah.
Awesome game. I remember I was asking Alex about it. He's like, oh, I'm not too sure. I haven't really played it. And then I was at work and...
Yeah, horror games again,
I bring him up again. Man, Nick's been such an influence on my games this year. / last year, or the past year, I say.
Well, you could have listened to Alex the first
play
time.
Until Dawn.
War, but that's okay.
Huh?
Said you could listen to Alex the first time with God of War and you would have been
Well,
okay.
I did listen to it, I just didn't like it. Anyway,
but then when Nick says it, oh my god, it's the game of the year. No.
It is.
I'm joking.
And I played it very different to a normal game that I'd enjoy, but spooked the living shit out of me, man. I loved it. I'm infatuated with the butterfly effect. And so the fact they've got the butterfly effect in there, it just had me hooked. And like, you just kept going, alright, how many people can like not die this time? How many people can survive? Can I get all the boys? Can I get all the girls? It's awesome. Fantastic. Like, I can't recommend that game enough. It is honestly awesome.
Yeah,
you get it really cheap now too.
It's it's like almost like a new version of like an action adventure point and click game, but like a modern take on it. From I've watched because I'm so scared of him, bro. But I watched a full Let's Play on it, and it was I really enjoyed watching Let's Play, if that's any indication, guys. Yeah. So
I remember there's a couple
of games you can watch someone play, Dan. Like if you're playing it, I'd watch you play it and enjoy it.
100%, yeah. Yeah, well, that's why I stream the other games, because, people can have their inputs in the game and things like that. It's really fun. But when I remember, it was like one of the first times I was playing it, and I just remember being so scared. I was just going, oh, fuck! And Dad comes, he's like, you're up, bro? You all good? As I'm just sitting there, just shit myself. They're like the stuff with the not with the curator. What's he called in Until Dawn? I can't think of what he is, but he's a curator in the Dark Pictures anthology. But he's called something else in Until Dawn. And like you say like things that like he asks you questions and you answer them honestly to yourself, and then he like tells you what you're scared of, and he's like, blood and needles. I'm like, what the fuck? And then like blood and needles starts showing everywhere later in the game. I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, crazy game. But we'll jump onto the next one because otherwise I can keep talking for days about it.
Nah, that's alright. Not much to say really. Oh no, next one, Horizon Zero Dawn. A game that I feel like's been forgotten in a weird sense. It was really came out to a lot of excitement and I really enjoyed playing it, and looks amazing graphics wise. Hold on, COVID's coming in. Oh fucking hell! Oh, my headphones fell. All right, Until Dawn. I like it. It came out and I was sort of like really excited to play it, and I liked playing out at the time, but it just. You know what I'm saying, Dan? It really hasn't... It's got a lot of the... You know, it's sort of got the same vibe as, like, Avatar. You know? It was really impressive game.
And then
/ movie.
It's got its cult following, and that's about it.
Who talks about it?
It's got its following, that's it. But...
Like the other game. It's not like other... Like, you know what, Dan? Like the other sort of PlayStation exclusives are really, like, everyone talks about them a lot. But then Until Dawn, I feel like...
No, Until Dawn... Wait,
sorry.
Until Dawn or
Horizon. Horizon. Sorry, bro. I just looked at Until Dawn. Horizon.
Right.
Horizon.
Yeah, look, I haven't finished Horizon. I'm really struggling in one part. I think my game might be glitched. But, you know, I'm hoping Forbidden West is going to be what saves this franchise. Not that it's a dying franchise. I don't want to say save, but, you know,
the
really
story was really good, dude. But, you know, I'm not a big RPG. Like, I don't know. It was almost like it was... I don't like the same with, this is maybe controversial, but like something like The Witcher 3 was similar like that with me. Was there's so much happening and so many side quests, it overwhelms me, and I end up doing nothing and putting the game down or just mainlining the story. Like it's almost like what a complaint, right? I mean, there's so much content, but it was just like it's too much, man. Seeing all that stuff on the map, I'm like, Jesus. I get stuck in like fucking like, you know what? I'm good, and that's it. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, still actually really enjoyed playing it, and I would recommend it still. But just for me personally, I don't know, that style of game just doesn't appeal to me on that sort of other level. Like
front, yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, Dan, do you want to go skip Infamous? Yep. We've done that already.
Yeah, I was gonna do that anyway. The next one I've chucked in here, and you've heard me talk about it multiple times, so I won't dwell too much on it.
That's all good.
But Sunset Overdrive, I traded it in today. I was really upset to see it go. But, man, awesome game. Insomniac at its finest yet again. Crazy different take on your action, rails, like traveling shooter, I guess you would call it, kind of thing. I don't know how to describe it.
No, that classic, Dan, genre of rails.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, you know, the best bits of the grind boot sections in Ratchet and Clank, the shooting of Ratchet and Clank, the guns and all that, and then just bang, reskinned into energy drink fiasco, zombies.
It was just such a fun time, eh? You know?
It was. I remember just completing it so quickly from having so much fun.
Yeah, it was just, talk about just the opposite of some of these other exclusives. I know it's an Xbox exclusive, but like, you know, they're very heavy. This one was super lighthearted and just a good time all around, and I would definitely recommend this. This was one of my favorite games at that time. I still recommend it. For sure. Bit of fun.
Yep.
Next here, Dan, you got Modern Warfare here now. Is obviously Modern Warfare the new one? Talk to me.
2019. Yep.
Talk to me.
Put that one in there. Just, I feel it was the reboot Call of Duty needed to bring back traction towards...
It really did. I agree with you. It really did. It was like a sort of second coming.
Call of Duty was a dying breed before that. I mean, Black Ops 3 was probably the last interesting last COD, but even still, that wasn't doing a lot for people. Pretty much this whole generation's been very average on the Call of Duty front, but Modern Warfare, boots back on ground, proper shooter, fantastic campaign, which
dude, that
for you and I
was great, man. I agree.
Nice, short, sharp, sweet campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the games. And obviously, the inclusion of Warzone.
Yeah, defining game, for sure.
And I think whilst we're talking about Warzone and how much that's changed the landscape of this generation, I think we should jump into the Battle Royale master itself, man. Fortnite. I didn't play too much of it when it was big. I played a bit during Season 0, Season 1, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
But, you know, you got to give kudos to Fortnite. It's done something magical over the past, 3-4 years?
It's fucking huge, dude. It's almost like the Minecraft of this generation. It's probably not going to have the legs of Minecraft, because that is still a massive game.
And the legs on Minecraft... The Minecraft had that, like, fucking rerun again, that second wave.
Yeah. Ooh, second wave. Lockdown?
Yeah, we were in amongst that second wave, just randomly. Do you remember that?
I do, and, you know, it's still... Minecraft to me, it's one of those timeless games, really. I mean, that game might be around forever, like, legitimately. And Fortnite, I feel like it's already sort of... on the way down a little bit.
It's run its course.
So many games, like Modern Warfare we're just talking about, you know, with Warzone, can just sort of do what they're doing. But yeah, you got to acknowledge it for sure with Fortnite. Yeah. No doubt.
And I think, you know, Apex being just the complete, like, alpha version of Fortnite. Everything Fortnite does, I personally feel Apex just does so much better.
Sure. Yeah.
Like the traversal, the shooting, the skins, everything like that does so much better. Now I think we'll skip the next one because it was a bit of a piss take. Fallout 76, obviously game of a generation for how bad it was. But we'll move on.
Let's do it.
The next one here. Now, this game could be considered game of generations and generations to come at this stage.
The game that our grandkids will be playing on their PS whatevers. It's just GTA 5, Dan. Obviously the remaster. But what I wanted to talk about mainly with this was we talked about the trailers for Red Dead maybe being a bit underwhelming and underselling the game. But GTA 5, the remastered trailers, dude.
Woo!
Not only the graphics looking amazing, and it does look a lot better, but the first-person mode they added in it, and which is also in Red Dead, which is underrated that they have both those modes, to be fair. You can play the game two different ways, which is pretty crazy. But just seeing that first time in GTA, just wrap your head, imagine being a kid, go back to when you were first playing Grand Theft Auto on your whatever, PS2, whatever you're playing on, and just thinking that you could play that in first-person mode, and it looks like real life at the time. Like, I mean, come on now. It's amazing. Just... and again, I played that game. That might be up there with Arkham Knight as my most replayed game. Like,
really?
I just, you know, it's just, I just really enjoy it. I don't know what to tell you. I can replay the game all the time.
I've only ever played it once. I didn't really get too deep into the online either.
Yeah, not a fan of the online. Well, shocker, I know, but I wasn't a fan of the online. But yeah,
man, fantastic game. Like, will I buy it on PS5?
Yes,
probably. Yeah.
I will too. Or just on Game Pass. Shout out to Xbox. All right, Dishonored 2. Do you want to talk about it? You know, you probably haven't played. Have you played it?
Dude, I played it recently. I played all the Dishonored games.
I really,
awesome.
really love it.
It was very difficult at some points, though. But that might have been my brain.
It's a slow freaking game. I mean, if you want to play it's a slow game.
Do you remember the Clockwork Tower?
Man, yes, of course.
Oh, man, what a
dude, that's fucked.
Fuckery.
Yeah, that's a fuck. But I just think every time I saw that level exactly like you were talking about, just designing that, man. Who fucking has the brain?
Oh,
and
dude,
the one where there's the two separate
I've played them
worlds,
because... Yeah. Oh,
like the time one?
Yeah, and you have to use like the little shell to...
You can go time travel while you're doing the... Oh, my lord, dude.
Remember because I finished both games in low chaos, and you're like, how the hell have you done that?
No, I did that as well, the low chaos one, yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I liked on the same with like Red Dead Redemption 2, bro, and stuff like that. I always try and be a good boy.
Good boy. And then the last one we've got here, Alex.
Talk to me.
Prey. Now, this is I haven't played this yet. I would put this in the same boat as Alien Isolation.
Yes.
But tell me more about Prey.
Well, I'll be quick because you haven't played it, obviously. But very Bioshocky, Dan, if you wanted to talk about it in that way. Not the exact same. It's a different sort of style of game. It's open world, sort of. You're in a space station, and it's not like it's. That's sort of like the setting for it, and you can go into each area of the space station. It's like their own separate worlds, like map area sort of thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's a scary-ish, tense game. I'm not gonna lie to you, but a lot of the thing with the butterfly effect, Dan, there's decisions to be made in this game, and you can finish the game earlier than you expected, later, bad, negative, depending on how many implants, alien like stuff you use, or how many not. If you become more of a human and that sort of stuff, it can go different ways. And do I spoil the ending? No, because Dan hasn't played it, but. Spicy meatball of an ending, no matter how you play it, the ending is spicy.
Cool.
Yes.
Now I remember, I think it was Prey. Is that the one where they stick something in your eye to get upgrades?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's why I don't play it. That shit freaks me out. Man, in
Needles,
Bioshock
mate.
Infinite,
Needles.
completely different. But that what's it called? Not postnatal. The something lobotomy, where they like tap it in the back of your skull to get to your brain. In the Burial at Sea DLC.
Yes.
Remember?
I haven't played
and
in a long time, but yeah.
They got like the pick, and you can like they're scratching like at the back of your skull behind your eye, and like I was playing with headphones, you could hear like the scratching happen.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, no thanks. But anyway, yeah, Prey, dude, another underrated game that kind of flew under the radar. Similar gameplay to like I said, Bioshock and Dishonored really too. But yeah, you can play it stealth, you can play it this way, that way, whatever, however sort of way you tackle it. A lot of problem-solving stuff. Anyway, would recommend it highly. But, damn. Boy, oh boy.
I think this is it, mate.
Do you have anything else you want to mention about the PS4, Xbox One? Any final thoughts? Do you want to say goodbye to these consoles right now?
Xbox, I won't miss you. PlayStation.
Oh, hold on.
No, well, I just didn't play enough, man. I really didn't.
No, you know what? I shouldn't interrupt you, Dan. Go. This is your goodbye. Go.
Xbox, I won't miss you. PlayStation, thank you for the memories. Thank you for the friendships that we have developed over this wonderful little piece of plastic and technology. It's crazy how far and how much things have changed. Like, this thing's grown with me, bro. As lame as it sounds, it really has. Dude.
No,
it's crazy.
I feel you.
I mean, granted, I scream at it every second night for blowing up on me, but, you know, PS4 got a special spot in my heart till the day I die, I reckon.
I mean, what a journey, bro. Think about when these first came out. 2013.
Man, this is the peak of our childhoods, you know what I mean? Our teenage
2013.
years.
Yeah, hadn't even finished high school yet. Going, all the hype was in when I was in year 10. When I was, 15, turning 16. That was when all the hype was building, the E3s. That's like 9 years ago, 8 years ago. Jesus Christ, dude. That's so long, man. Anyway, yes, thank you for the memories. Xbox, you had a terrible start, and you had a good finish, I must say. Sales-wise, no, you did not. But
no, it did come back nicely,
in terms of a console, you really gathered yourself, and I don't know how, I thought they were fucked from that initial launch.
Alex is currently staring at his
level.
console, talking to it. I hope you're all aware.
I am. I'm holding my One S and my PS4. They're stacked on top of each other, and I'm holding them both right now. And even though I'm going to be playing these probably for another 6 months because I won't be able to get a console, but still, symbolically, it's been an absolute pleasure. Man, I don't know what else to say, man. This is nice. This is a nice thing we're doing here, Dan.
It is.
This is important to us. This is important to us. This started our friendship, these consoles, as well. It
did.
If you think about that.
Man, that
fucking Batman Arkham series.
Yeah, that got us. What were the odds on us? I'll never forget that day because we were right near the door. We're on the corner near footwear. I was going, bro, have you ever played the Arkham Knight games? And you just go, oh man, we could talk about the story 1,000.
Yeah, and we have, and we will continue to.
We will.
That will be the story that will be talked about most. But yeah, dude. But you know what? As sad as it might be saying goodbye to, the previous generation and the previous generation before that, it's just what will we be saying about the PS5 and Series X or whatever, Series S, whatever you got?
I think that this was really the peak of our gaming lives. You know what I mean?
It could be. I mean, we're only going to get older, Dan. It's only going to get
more and more. You're gonna be having kids and have your 50th birthday next year, so.
Fuck, I'm on my deathbed just quietly.
You are. So, once again, Xbox One, PlayStation 4.
Yes.
Thank you for the memories, the friendships, the fun times, the shit times, the laughs, the tears. Oh yes. Man, the tears, The Last of Us Ellie.
The tears. Dude, honestly, tears. What games, just quickly, Last of Us, Red Dead for me was almost tears.
Playing
Uncharted NBA 2K20.
Uncharted 4 made me tear up.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, we can just leave it at that, man. They were beautiful games, man.
That way.
Beautiful times. Dan's tearing up. I'm tearing up as well, man. But this is it. Thank you guys for listening to episode 19.5, 20.5, 20. I mean, this is going to come out as episode 20, but it's not the official 20. But regardless, thank you so much for listening. I have been Alex Bazzacchini.
And I have been DP. Anyway, Tomo, chuck on thanks for the memories, Fallout Boy.
Oh, perfect.